Today we're going to be hunting customer rolled nickels. So there are some advantages and disadvantages to hunting customer rolled nickels as opposed to the ones that come in boxes from the bank. Um, it's possible you may get a collection dump. So maybe somebody that had these old nickels and rolls and didn't really want to keep them and just gave them back to the bank because they just wanted the monetary value for them. So there's a chance you might get some old rolls, from a customer that maybe were valuable. Somebody kept them around, and then, after they passed away, maybe somebody just donated them back to the bank. Um, the downside, of course, is that maybe you got nickels that were already rolled up by a customer that were already looked through and checked. So you may get skunked, or you may get really good stuff. The other thing that's good about customer rolled nickels is that you can keep the wrappers afterwards. So wrappers obviously can cost you money, and that's part of the hobby. But it saves you from having to. You can just put the old coins back in the wrappers. Another thing that are good about hunting customer rolls is that for the banks it saves them money. You want to be good to your bank, you want to be nice to them, and you don't want to constantly order bankrolled boxes because they have to order them, and it costs them money and it costs them time to get those boxes. So if you occasionally get customer rolls, that'll keep them happy. And when you give the rolls back to the bank, it doesn't really hurt them as far as they don't have to order those nickels for a customer or whatever denomination or currency. So that's all I've got to say so far. So let's get started. Found this one, unusual. Looks like someone drilled a hole in it, maybe for a necklace or something. I'm not going to keep any of these, but I just wanted to show you these in case this ends up being a skunk box. But these are just some unusually damaged coins. One looks like maybe was underground or something, and a couple of them look like they were burned or something and then just scraped up. All right, looks like we found our first Canadian. 1986. First 1940s nickel, a 1941. Again, I'm not going to keep them, but here's some damaged coins just to add some time to this video. I don't keep 1964s unless they're in really, really, really good condition. I just want to kind of show you what I look for in these. So up until 1964, the Jefferson nickel had what was called the Type 1 design vintage. And what I look for if I'm going to keep a 1964 nickel is I try to find full steps on the Monticello billing. As you can see, this one's pretty worn. But if it was to have good detail on it, then that would be me wanting to keep it. For comparison, you can see the detail on this 2018 that I have to the right, and how much more detail there is. You can see the full steps there versus the 1964 where it's just completely worn away. The other thing that can happen with customer rolls is occasionally you get coins that are not the denomination that were supposed to be in there. In this case, a penny. First coin from the 50s, a 1959. Here's a row of dirty nickels. Looks like we got another 1940s nickel. 1948. Dump this roll out and I spy a Canadian. 2016. Looks like this time we got a dime in the roll, so that makes up for the penny in the roll that we got earlier. Found a 2009P. The reason why we keep 2009s is because it was a low mintage year. Splayed out the roll, and it looks like we got a 1939. Got another Canadian. 2001. Canadian aside, and notice there was a 1952 right next to it. Looks like we got ourselves a proof. Kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's got a mirrored background, and the front's just a little bit more, I don't know, subdued, I guess, but you see the S on there, and that tells you that it's a proof. It's pretty worn, but we got a 1948. Just for fun, here's some more dirty ones. All right, well, it's time for a wrap-up. So, oldest coin we found was a 1939. Also found a 1941, a couple 1948s, a 1952, and a 1959. Also found a nice looking 1979 S proof. 3 Canadians, a Jefferson with a hole in it, and a 2009. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this hunt, and please give me a like or a subscribe to this channel if you guys want to see more of these videos. Thanks, everybody.